There are many things that I like about the Ricoh GR3. I feel like there's way too many. The very first being that it's so freaking small, it's pocketable, and it's, look at the footprints of this. Whenever you take photos of people on the street with this little camera, no one's ever gonna notice. Well, maybe a couple, especially with the orange ring I have on here. And that's on purpose, actually. I find that people really do look at the orange ring whenever I take photos with this little camera. It just pops so much. And I kind of enjoy that whenever they look straight to the camera. What do you think about this camera?
Look good. Very technical. Wait, GR?
Yeah, it's a Ricoh GR3. It's okay. It's okay.
Cut that down.
It's a cab. So good.
It can be manual.
Yeah, you can do manual. You can press this, and then you can go to like manual right there.
The like little DJ.
Yes, it's a Pocket 3.
Yeah.
Comes out pretty nice, the resolution. I think it's higher than mine.
Yeah,
Like,
so
Like more clear.
So it's also an APS-C camera, but it's very small. It's pocket size. It's 28mm equipped. The downside is you can't switch lens. A bit on the wider side. But there's another model. It's the 3X. That's 40mm. So if you want a bit of punch, then that's the one you can get. How much do you think it is?
500? 400?
Nope.
It's high, too high or too cheap?
Too low.
Too low? Oh.
She's like, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, it's like 1,000? 2,000?
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yep.
$1,200.
It's like it's like 1,000. Yeah.
Wow, compare that one. Okay.
Well, this one's newer, so yeah. Yeah.
Is that only color?
So yeah, no, there's only two different colors. This one's like a kind of metallic gray with orange rings, but you can change the rings actually. You can just it's okay. You can just pop it out.
Oh, is that
just like that. Yeah, you can customize it actually. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can just like put it back on.
This is nice. Also, I'm getting you in focus. Pretty good at tracking you.
No, so both this one and the 3X doesn't change lens. You can't change lens. The difference is focal length. Yeah, focal length is different. That one's the 28, and then the other one is the 40mm. Yep. Yeah, that's my daily carry. My EDC. Yeah, so it's actually called Ricoh, but the company is actually under Pentax.
Like I just like see it going in and out of focus. Really, like it's very good at tracking things. Like when you were moving around, it like followed you basically.
Yeah, and
I don't know if I've seen that on a small camera.
No?
Yeah, the focus is really nice. It's very decent. Another thing that I love about the Ricoh system is that you can touch the screen and take the photo right away. I know a lot of camera does that nowadays, but especially with the Ricoh GR3 and the 3X, it feels like a phone in your hand. So whenever I take photos like this, people think I'm using a phone to take photos. Nobody will ever think twice like, oh, I mean, what is this, like a professional camera? It doesn't even look like one, even though it has an APS-C sensor inside this little pocket monster. And you can find that easily inside the settings. All you have to do is go to menu, and then there's like customized control. Then you want to go to touch autofocus. Right in the middle, there it goes autofocus point, focus, and shoot. It takes the photo. Or you can go full press snap if you want to, which means whenever you touch the screen, it's gonna go to like snap focus. And that's the setting you want to be at if you want to touch screen and take photos right away using the Ricoh GR3 or the 3X. Seriously, you look like you're taking a photo with your phone. And most people are more forgiven if you're taking photos with your phone, somehow. So if you haven't noticed already, the image quality that comes out of this camera is stunning. Especially if you've been following my channel for quite some time now, you will know how much I love the photo that comes out of this camera. On top of that, we also get 3-axis built-in image stabilization in this, which is about, I say, around like 4 stops of shake reduction. And this allows me to really be creative on the street where I have like a subject right in the center or on the side and the other things are like in motion. I could never achieve that kind of shot without the built-in image stabilization. Another thing that I really love about this camera is that it has a built-in 2GB internal memory, which I could not stress enough that every single camera should have this. I mean, first, we don't have to worry about not having a memory card in there, which I usually do anyways, but like just the fact that it has a built-in internal memory, like I've been shooting this camera sometimes just without the memory card, just for fun. Kind of like limit the shot that I take throughout the day. And it's super fun to just limit yourself, kind of like a film camera where I only have like a roll or 2 of films. I would totally suggest everyone to give it a try sometimes. Just go out without the memory card and shoot on the 2GB internal memory on this camera or the Ricoh GR3X. The autofocus is generally really good as well. I mean, not like the the best of the best, but it's really good. Especially you also get snap focus where you can just set a distance and then everything in between that will be in focus, obviously depending on the aperture that you have set it to. But it is a very good option to have, especially if you're just run and gun shooting on the street. Another thing I really like about this camera is the touch screen. I know this camera is not the newest and the most up-to-date technology, but the touch screen on this camera is actually very smooth and easy to use. Or at least just for me, this is very enjoyable to kind of like swipe through the menu or even tapping on a screen to take photos. Now the very last thing I guess like I never really think about is that this camera actually has an ultrasonic sensor cleaning capability. If you're not new to the Ricoh lineup, then you will know that dust has been a pretty major problem with their Ricoh system. As the lens extend and retract, it kind of like sucks in all of the dust around it, especially inside your pocket. And then it's promptly depositing inside the sensor. Now that hasn't happened to me yet, fingers crossed. But having that ultrasonic sensor cleaning system inside the camera is definitely helpful, I believe. Even though there are mixed feelings and reviews about the ultrasonic sensor cleaning, whether if it works or not, I can only say that dust hasn't been an issue yet for me on my Ricoh. And so far, the only thing that I've been doing to prevent dust, kind of, is using this metal cap over here. And this sits inside my pocket. This is a bit of a hassle. Before I shoot, I need to take this off, or whenever the camera extends out, this gets pushed out and then falls on the floor. But other than that, I say it's pretty helpful so far. So I'm quite happy about it. What are some of the things that you love that I did not mention inside this video? I'm pretty sure I missed a couple, but I would love to know what everyone thinks about this camera.